seat, your cushion, and up squat. If this is not enough for you, grab another 3 cushions or sit in a chair. It is not worth being uncomfortable. We're just here to get comfortable. So if you feel unstable in your seat, it's not worth it. So find a way to feel stable in your seat. You can just go, stretch your legs up and kind of use like the chair. We're gonna take our 2 fingers on our right hand. I'm pretty sure that so 2 fingers on your right hand. I'm gonna try to mirror you. Good luck. And you're gonna place those fingertips in your third eye, or the center of your forehead. Also a place where you often have a lot of tension. We're just gonna let our fingertips gently press inwards, trying to release any of the tension that may have built up. And then you're gonna take your other hand, your left hand, let the palm face upwards. This is a gesture of being open to receiving. So we are relaxing our awareness and then being open to what we find. And just take a few deep breaths here to start off. Starting to move the air in and out through your nose. Might build a little bit of heat behind the breath, a little tickle in the back of the throat. Go ahead and let the hand at your head rest down into your lap. Take a big breath in through your nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Again, like that. For 3 ohms. Adjust yourself, maybe switch the cross of your legs if your legs are crossed. I'm going to take the right ear and drop it down towards your right shoulder. Take a breath in, feel a little lift right up at the front of your heart. And then on your exhale, let your head get a little bit more relaxed. And then lift your head up. And relax your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Take a breath in and a breath out. Lift up. And then just look back over your right shoulder. As you inhale, bring the gaze back to the front. Exhale, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to the front. Slide your right hand down by your side. Take the left arm up and over. Start to create a nice side stretch. So you're going to relax your right or left hip downwards towards the mat. And see if you can stretch the arm bone outwards from the ribs a little bit more. Finish your exhale. Come back up through the center. Glide your left hand out and then take the right arm up and over. Try to lift the backs of your ears up so you're not just letting your head hang. Softening the right hip down towards the mat. Reach out a little bit longer. Breathe in. Stay there. Breathe out. And then come back to the center. Go ahead and lift both arms up so you get a little bit longer through your spine. And take your right hand back behind you, your left hand over towards your right knee. Lift up long through the spine again. Breathe in. As you exhale, twist around and see how far you can look back behind you. Let your belly soften every time you exhale. Take another breath in, another breath out. As you inhale, take the arms up and look towards the front again so you can get a little bit taller. And then as you exhale, twist over towards the left side. Try to lift from behind the ears. This extends the spine the most with softness in the neck. And every time you exhale, let your belly, let your organs, your insides get a little bit softer. Take a breath in. Let the air out. As you inhale, come back to the center. Go ahead and reach those arms up. And then we're going to twist over towards the right side, and we're going to add something on here. So you're going to keep your left hand at your right knee, and then bring your right arm up and over. You're going to create a little side bend in your twist. And if you keep going through that and just drop the hand down, you'll unwind the bottom arm, and then you'll twist open towards the left. Inhale, take the arm up and over. And you get this side stretch that kind of leads you over through each side. So if you inhale, lifting the arm up, exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale, rounding. And just keep going with your breath. Go through one more time each side. You might not be matching me anymore. It's fine. This is your practice. And the next time you take your left arm up and over, just come back up towards the center. And roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest, lift your nose, breathe in. Exhale, round through the spine. Pull your belly backwards. And then inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, round through the spine. Two more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw it back. And we're going to start to take it back up. Nice long spine. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. So you've got your cushion, your pillow. You might want to leave that underneath your knees, or you could set it off to your side. You can be here or just flat on the mat. That many blankets down, my carpet's gross. Come up onto your fingertips. There, good. So you've got your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. My shirt's hanging, your belly is not. Your belly is drawn up towards your spine. We're going to start to lift the heart away from the floor. So you're going to kind of pull upwards, kind of like you're suctioning up the fingertips upwards. And then you're going to bend your elbows a little bit and draw them backwards so they face towards your thighs. And lift your heart up a little bit higher. Now look out in front of you, at the front of your mat, and reach the backs of your ears out in front of you so that you're having a little bit longer space this time. So you can see I've got like a little bit of crunchiness if I look too far forward. I instead reach the backs of the ears forward, a lot more open space. Then I'm going to start to work through a little bit of cat-cow. I'm going to try to stay up on my fingertips. With my inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze, lifting the tail. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, tail and gaze lift. Exhale, belly lift, tail drop. Two more like that. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, round. And then come back to the center. Go ahead and place your hands down and keep your fingertips spread out. So we've got the palms now making contact with the mat. But we'll now press down into the hands again so your heart's going to float upwards. And then wrapping the elbows so that they face back towards your thighs, the fronts of your shoulders get a little bit more toned. Take your left leg and stretch it back behind you. And you want to still keep your heart lifted up so you don't want to fall in the heart, in the ribs. You're going to take the right arm and reach it forward. We're drawing the belly up to the spine, reaching the left leg back, reaching the right arm forward, still push down into that left hand. Take another breath in, and then lower your hand and knee down. And then you'll take your right leg back behind you. It's easy to let the hips kind of shift around. If you lift your inner thighs, it'll bring you more into the center. We'll take the left arm forward. You can look out towards the front of your mat. You can feel the backs of your ears lengthening out forward. Keep pushing down into your right hand, even into the right fingertips. Reach out a little bit longer, breathe in, and then go ahead and lower your hand and knee down. And we'll just go a few more times transitioning between sides. As you inhale, right arm, left leg, extend out. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, lower it down. Twice more. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, down. Falling is always an option. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower. We'll go ahead and shift a few times back and forth with your hips. Bring yourselves back into that table pose once more, pressing the heart up towards the back of the ribcage, wrapping the elbows back towards the thighs. This time, curl your toes under and lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk into your heels and your hips, wiggle your tail around, wiggle your head around. Not quite like head banging, but a little bit of freedom in the neck. And you might have very bent knees, might have tight hamstrings, maybe straight legs isn't available. It doesn't need to be straight, especially at this point. What I'd like you to do is try to push from the outer shoulders down into your hands and direct your elbows back towards your thighs. And then let your head hang down. See if you can let the crown chakra reach out away from your hips as much as possible. So that is to lengthen your head off of your spine. Take a breath in. Exhale. Lower your knees down. Take your hands up in a little just of the dishes pose. Flip water off of your fingers. Just of the dishes pose. And then take your hands and reach them in front of you. I'm going to shift a little bit because I'll show a little bit differently. You want to push the hands out until you feel some pressure or some strength on the outer shoulders. A little bit. That'll look a little bit different when you come into downward facing dog. You can go ahead and come into that shape or just look. Sometimes when we go into down dog, we go here. Yeah? My elbows are out, my heart's falling down. Part of what we're trying to do is to lengthen out through the spine. So my hips just got higher, my elbows go towards my toes, and I'm pushing from the outer shoulders down into the hands. Okay, good. I love how I can see some of them, and I can pretend that the other ones are also participating. I'm glad you're here. So maybe a little bit different as you're really pushing into those hands, elbows towards your thighs. Go ahead and lower your knees down. We'll come out of downward dog. Go ahead and drop your knees down. So the toes are curled under. Yes, if they weren't already, you're going to go ahead and curl them under again. And then you're going to sit your hips back. Walk your hands back. And if this starts to become excruciating for you, you're just going to put your hands down. All of the other stuff is bonus, but you might bring your hands up onto your head. And then you're going to take your hands out in front of you. Press the palms forward. You're going to push the hands forward, the heart to the back. And then you're going to start pushing the palms up and overhead. More overhead luggage compartment. You can see how my hands aren't directly up over my head. I want you to inhale, push the hands up. Exhale, relax your hips down. Inhale, push the hands up. Exhale, relax the hips down. Once more, inhale, push up. Exhale, hips are heavy. And then shake your fingers off. Plant your hands down at the front of your mat. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Woo! know about you, but I feel a little bit longer in the back of the legs after working the feet up like that. Maybe your legs are still not straight, they don't have to be straight. Or body or practice. Wrap the elbows towards the ground, push into the outer shoulders, spread out the fingertips. See if you can get your crown and your tail a little bit further away from each other. Take a really big breath in. And then as you exhale, go ahead and lower your fingers down. And walk your knees back. And come into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, not nearly as difficult as Cobra for most of us because you don't really have to work a lot to stay in the shape. You just put your elbows right underneath your shoulders. My legs are a little bit farther apart to let my lower back have some space. Go ahead and wiggle your hips side to side. And I'm going to change. So we're going to play a little game where you are actually attempting to see what is around you. Oftentimes I say go ahead and look to your right, and then you look to the right, you miss everything else in between. So you're going to start taking your eyeballs first, taking your gaze all the way over to the left. And you're going to take your eyeballs first and start moving them all the way over towards right. You'll notice I didn't cheat, I actually looked at you. You might also catch a little awkward eyeball action. Else over here. And see if you can draw the shoulders back a little bit more. Just go ahead one more time. Back over towards the right. And take your gaze forward. Make your elbows a little bit wider. Just go ahead and lay down, forehead on your hands. Go ahead and give yourself another breath. This is awkwardly just pushes. And then come up to laying on your, just pick a side. So you're going to lay down on your right side. I really do have very short room space here, but you might adjust a little bit. And try to lay all the way on your side and lay your head all the way down on your bottom arm. Now, it's a lot easier to be in this if you're back towards the cushier part of your butt. So say roll back a little bit here and in like that Pilates shape. If you're not in Pilates, it's not easy aerobics. This is a balancing pose. And since you're already on the floor, it's fine if you fall. So you're going to take the top arm, you're going to reach up and over, and you're going to try to bring your palms together, which means your bottom hand has to lift up off the mat. Now push your hands together. Maybe you lift your feet up off of the ground. They don't have to. Try to create a really long line though from your fingertips to your toe tips. Push your hands together. Take another breath in. And a breath out. And then relax. And then roll over to the other side. You might adjust so that you can kind of see me still, or just roll over and face the other way. I'm going to face the other way because I want you to see what's going on in my shoulders. So I don't want to bend in my knees or send my hips back. I want to try to stay on that flat side part of the bump. Lay your head down on your bottom arm. Take the top hand up and press your hands together. Now what you would like to do here to really expand the back muscles is not send your shoulder blade back into your spine, but to let the shoulder blade move forward slightly. So you have that toning of the backs of the shoulders, yeah? Get nice and long. Take another breath in. Breathe out. Then roll over onto your belly. Bring your hands in underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. You're going to lift your hips up slightly away from the ground. Draw the elbows back and in. Leave your knees on the ground. Take your hands up, breathe in. Exhale, push the floor away. And then lower all the way back down. Lift the belly up to lift your hips up. Take the hands up, breathe in. Exhale, push up. And then one more to make sure it wasn't an accident. Lower it down. Lift the belly, lift the hips, lift the hands. Exhale, push up. And then press back to downward facing dog. Walk through your knees, through your hips, wiggle things around a little bit. Notice if the shape is starting to change. If all of the compost of making you do all those nonsense push-up things is making you fertilize something. A little bit longer spine. And then go ahead and lower your knees down. And take your right foot and bring it forward. You want to bring it all the way up to where your left hand was. Sometimes we bring the foot up here, and if it only went there, make a manual adjustment, and then take your hands up onto your front thigh. If you can, try to make sure your hips are in front of the back knee. So I've got a little bit more forward space to open up the front of my hip. And then take your arms up. And if you notice that your arms are like kind of feeling kind of crunchy on the insides of the shoulders, open the arms out. They're still lifted up. And then try to pick your rib cage up a little bit higher. Maybe you start to look up. Maybe your fingertips reach out a little bit longer. And then go ahead and bring the hands down to your heart. You're going to make Thira Mudra or Charlie's Angels Mudra. Some light. So you have your fingers interlaced and your index fingers are out. I want to reach the hands forward. Now if you push into the front foot, it's going to help your balance a little bit. You also still might be a little wibbly wobbly. And you're going to use your Charlie's Angels bubble gun to spray bubbles out in front of you. A little bit of a balance challenge. If you look at something not moving, that will help. Laughing will make this more fun, and we'll also probably make it more faster. And then you'll come back into the center. Oh, hey, you. Okay, mute yourself, Chris, please. Thank you. And then you're going to reach the fingertips out away from your heart. And draw my belly in. Whoa. And then I'm going to start to reach the fingertips up. And I don't want my shoulder blades to go back. I'm going to keep reaching my fingertips up. And then reach up a little bit higher. And I'm going to side bend over to my right side. So I'm going to go over my front leg. Finish your exhale. And then come up through the center. A little bit harder maybe is to side bend over towards the left. And then come back to the center. And bring your hands down. Start to pull your right hip back a little bit. Reach your right hip up. A little stretch to the outside of the thigh. Big breath in. Big breath out. Take both hands down. Slide the right leg back. Go to the left side. Take the left foot forward. And as you bring your hands up onto your thigh, if you're back here or your hips are back here, you're going to move that foot forward so that your hips can rest forward. You can open this up, especially if you've been sitting a lot. That might feel real nice. Then you're going to take your arms up. And don't think about falling back. You want to reach out and forward. And then also working into this, this vision space, have an intention, have a focus, look out at something, see it. Try not to let it be the screen for a moment. There's other places to look. You've got puppies and kitties, you can say hello. Take another breath in, reach out through those fingertips. And then bring the hands down. Take your Charlie's Angels, your bubble gun, reach it out in front of you, push into that front foot. It'll help to keep you stable. As you move around a little bit, loosening up the back muscles, loosening up the spine, loosening up the shoulders. It feels really awesome. And now come back to the center. We want to push the heart back away from the fingertips. Draw the belly in. And then start to reach those hands up. Still keep pushing the heart back. You don't want to come back here where everything's squeezed. You want to be expansive in the back of your heart. Reach up a little bit higher. Breathe in. Exhale, side bend over to your left. So over your front leg. You might get more stretch to the front of the right thigh. On your inhale, come back to the center. Side bend a little bit to your right. And then come back up to the center. Go ahead and bring your hands down. Leave your right hand down. Draw that left hip back a little bit. And then take your left arm up and over. And what I mean by draw the hip back is sometimes it kind of sends itself out to the side. You want to draw it back so you're still in one line. Take a breath in. Stay there as you exhale. And then take the hands down. Slide your left leg back. You're going to plant your hands down. Lift up in the downward facing dog. And then start to take a walk of your feet to your hands to your feet. Come into a fold. Bend into your knees as much as you need. Touch elbows. And then shake yourself around. Little ragdoll action. You can be very bent at the knees. And you can place your hands on your shins so that you don't have to worry too much about your back. But really try to extend. Move through that spine. Not frantic, just breathe. And then bring your fingertips to your shins. Roll your shoulders back, send your heart forward. See if you can lift your tailbone out a little bit more. So it's a little bit of heat on the back of the thighs. Breathing in. Exhale, folding down. One more time. Inhale halfway up. So we have that long, long, long spine, long tail, long heart, long crown of the head. Lower down, soften into your belly. Stand all the way up. Reach your arms all the way up. And then bring your hands down into your heart. Okay. And bring your feet in nice and close to each other. All of my dreads are caught in my earrings. So your feet are in really close. And take your hands into your front pockets. I'm going to try to open up your front pockets. We have probably been sitting a lot lately, yes? So even if you're trying to remain active, you might be spending a lot more time sitting. So just to try to remain active, your body is going to keep lifting up right through here. Lifting up in front of the hips. You might already feel a little bit of abdominal engagement. And then send your arms up. I've got my hands together. You can have your elbows very bent, much more like walk like an Egyptian. I've got my arms up. Now, try not to send the shoulder blades back. I'm going to have them out and forward a little bit more. Reaching up as you breathe in. Exhale, side bend over towards your right side. Now push down more in the left foot. And then instead of trying to fold yourself over, you're going to lengthen up through the spine. Nobody asked you, Alexa. Finish your exhale here. And then come up through the center. And go up and over towards the left side. And you want to make this like a fountain where it goes up and then over. Pushing down into your right foot so the whole body is engaged here. Breathing in, get longer. Stay there as you exhale. And then come back up to the center. Go ahead and relax the hands down. Take the hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. You're going to bring the fingers over towards the right side of your waist. And then you've got uneven wings here, but try to draw both wings back. And then look down towards your knuckles. Try to relax your nose as close to the knuckles as you can get, while still keeping a lifted spine, lifting the front of your hips, drawing the elbows back. Exhale. Lifting your head up. Go ahead and move your hands to the other side. Draw both wings back. Lifting up the front of your hips, drawing the nose downwards towards your knuckles. Finding some space on the outside of the mat. One more exhale. And then lifting your head back up. Relax the arms down. Shake your fingers out. Move your fingers out. And then bring your feet as far apart as your hands are. The wider apart your legs are, the closer you are to the ground. You just saw I went from practically off the screen to all the way down here. I am now shorter-ish, and it's much easier for me to get down to the ground. Go for it. Feel free to move around through your spine, your head. Yes, good. Then just let your head hang down, hang out. Maybe move your hips around a little bit. You can bend your knees. You can put your hands on your shins instead of down on the ground. Put your hands on your dog if they're stationary. If you can lengthen your tailbone back behind you a little bit more, hello candies. And then soften everything as you exhale. Bring your hands to your hips, draw your belly in, lift yourself all the way up. I'm going to take warrior 2 over towards the right side first. So turn your right toes all the way over towards the right. And then your left toes, they're facing straight on. You want to turn them in just a little bit more. And then bend to your right leg. Now your focus, your drishti, your gaze, ideally extends over the front fingertip here, but what will also happen is your back arm kind of flops down. So go ahead and quickly take your gaze back to the back arm to make sure that it's up in line, and then go ahead and look forward again. Take a breath in, exhale. Take your gaze down to your front knee. It should be pointing the same direction as your second toe. You'll keep that there. Bring your left hand into your back pocket. Turn your heart towards your right fingertips. And then use your heart to send those right fingertips up. And again, like a fountain, it's going up. So you're continuing to go upwards to create this arch, not trying to lay your head on your back foot, but instead lengthening your spine skyward. Even throw the horns into it. It's always cute. Whatever makes you feel free and fancy. Take a breath in. And then go ahead and reach forward. Stay really long in your spine. Reach as long as you can. Bring the elbow down. Now don't fall into your elbow. Open that shoulder. Take the other arm up and over. Let your tailbone point down to your back foot. So a little bit of ab engagement. Now push down into your back foot with more space on that side body. Reach the back, sphere gears out. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Lift yourself all the way back up. Warrior 2. Go ahead and straighten that leg. We'll come out of that bend a little bit. Your left foot, bring it closer. Bring it out a little bit more. So if you're facing the same way I am, bring the foot a little closer to me. And then bend into your right leg again. Reach your arms up. Lean forward just a little bit. Take your left arm forward. Reach your right arm back, and then start looking back towards that right hand. A little bit of a twist. Finish your exhale. Inhale, return to warrior 1, facing in one direction, and then straighten your front leg. Take your hands to your hips. We're going to start to twist the hips a little bit, just like we just did, although this time keeping this leg straight, and then start to lean forward over that front. And don't worry about how close you can get your nose down to your leg. Try to lengthen your spine. So we're reaching the crown of the head out away from the hips, which might mean that you're up a lot more. Your leg might be a little bit more straight. Finish your breath in. Finish the breath out. Lift your belly, come all the way back up. And then turn the toes to face forward. Go ahead and come down into a fold again. Notice if you have any difference from side to side. Bring your head around, let your head hang down. Maybe shake your head, yes, no. And then soften those knees, bring your hands to your hips, lift your belly all the way back up. We're going to turn the toes over towards the left now. So the left toes go all the way over towards the left. The right toes go a little bit towards the left. That's all back up. And then you'll open your arms and extend out into warrior two. And bend deep into that leg. Look out over your front fingertips. Quick check of the back arm. Take a little peek at the knees going over the second toe. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Place your right hand in your back pocket. And then lift from your heart right up to those left fingertips. Make sure the knee didn't fall in. You want to keep reaching it forward. Push down into both feet. Pick the heart up a little bit higher. Your gaze out. Wherever you look is wherever you're going to end up going. So it's up to you where your intention is. Take your breath in. And reach out over that front leg. Reach out really, really, really far. Bring the elbow down. Don't fall into the shoulder. Push down into that elbow. Take the right arm up and over. Now my arm is more over my nose. My chest is open, but I don't have the arm back here where my shoulder blade is easy. I'm expanding that upper back space. Push into that back foot. Lengthen your tailbone down towards that back foot. Pick the ears up off of your shoulders. Take a breath in. Stay there, breathe out. And then lift back up. Straighten the front leg. So we're going to adjust that right foot again, bringing it just a little bit further out. So if I turn my hips now to face towards my right toes or my left toes, I'm not staying on a tightrope, but more of a train track situation going on. Bend into your right leg, your left leg, that's your left leg, and your toe and your knee are in the same line. Lift your arms up. We're going to lean forward just a little bit so you have room to pull that left hip back a little bit more. Take the right arm forward, take the left arm back, and start to twist. You'll notice I don't have my hand reaching straight back towards that wall. My shoulder doesn't go there. I'm going to keep twisting. Softening the belly. Open back as much as I can. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Return to the front. Straighten the front legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Pick your heart up taller away from your hips. You want to keep the spine really, really long. Keep it as straight as you can as you lean forward over that front leg. And that your left hip might want to kind of sneak back. You want to draw it towards your right foot. So trying to square those hips both towards the front foot. Breathing in. Breathing out. Draw your belly in. Lift all the way up. Turn all 10 toes to face towards this side. Okay. What I'd like you to do is you're going to turn around so that you're facing away from the screen, and then you're going to come to the same position. But I'm not going to do that because then you're going to look at my butt and I want you to actually see what I'm doing. Okay, cool. Good job, team. Forward fold. You should be able to see me, right? Hi. Take your right hand and walk those fingertips out in front of you. Don't go to the hand, stay on your feet, yeah? And you're going to take your left arm and reach it towards your right leg. And then once you've made that connection, you're going to look up underneath your right armpit, spiral yourself in, have an experience in your hamstrings, the sides of the ribs. Take a breath in, out. Back to the center. Reach both fingertips out. Really long out of those fingertips. Stay there, exhale. And then take your right hand, you're going to reach it underneath your left that is normal. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then come back to the center. Come onto your fingertips. You can't put any weight in your hands, but you can see my fingertips. On my fingertips. I'm going to try to reach your hips back. And then maybe reach your fingertips more forward. Reach your hips back. And then maybe your fingertips go more forward. Take one more breath in. Reach your hips back. And then bring the hands in underneath your shoulders a little bit into the knees. Hands to the hips. Take your time coming all the way up. Yes. Give yourself a moment for the blood to go back in the place you used to be. Then bring your feet in close together. Bring your feet in really close. Traditional teaching of chair is to have the feet exactly together. I prefer to have my feet a little bit further apart. However, do not let your knees come together if your feet are not together. Knees face same direction as toes. Take your hips back. Reach your arms out. Make your Charlie's Angels double done. You're going to take one steady scream out away from your hips. You're really reaching those fingertips out, pulling your hips back. Weight is in your heels. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Reach it all the way up. And then relax your arms down. So awesome chair pose, awesome fierce pose. Your hips are coming back. We're going to come now into eagle pose. So I'm going to go ahead and take your right leg and cross it over. And you're going to bend into your left leg and see your hips back. Don't let your knees come forward. Pull your hips back. In fact, make little like eagle tail feathers back there. And move your hips back to front. And then you're going to take your elbows and bring them together and your hands together. Option 1 for those of us with tight shoulders. Option 2 for those of us who might have slightly looser shoulders is to take your left elbow on top and then maybe your hands come together. You got there and you're like, oh, that's not good. You just put your elbows and your hands together because that's still a good shoulder stretch. And you might as well eliminate some of the unnecessary confusion and frustrations in your life. Maybe you lift up those top toes. Lengthen your heart up to your elbows. Don't hide between your shoulders. Get longer, breathe in. Stay there, breathe out. Stand all the way up. Uncross your legs, free your arms. And then find the other side. So you're going to cross your left leg up and over. You have to bend deep into the right leg. Your thighs are squeezed together. It's not a middle school dance. There's no room for Jesus. Elbows and your hands are together. Or your right elbow is on top of your left. And don't hide behind your shoulders. Lift out. Crown of the head up. Tail is back. Spine is long. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time, breathe in. Maybe your top toes lift. Maybe you don't worry about it. Finish your exhale. Unwind. Set your feet down. Reach your arms all the way up. Go ahead and bring your hands down. We're going to bring your feet so that your right leg is crossed in front of your left. This time you're not going to bend your legs. You might bend them a little bit, but you want to keep them mostly straight. You're going to take the arms up, catch hold of your left wrist, and then side bend over towards the right side. Push into your back foot. Maybe lift up the front of your belly a little bit just to make sure you're still keeping your core engaged. Finish your exhale. Come back to the center. Keep your legs crossed, forward fold. You can leave your hands at your shins. You can put your hands on the ground, your dog, your chair. Finish your exhale. Pushing your feet all the way back up. And then put your feet back where they belong so that you can twist around in the other direction. So you'll not have your left leg in front. Reach your arms up, catch hold of your right wrist, side bend Up and over. Push into the back foot. Lift the front of the hips. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lift it up. Fold forward. You want to feel this core pushing to the big toes. You can bend a little bit into your knees and relax the big toes if you need a little bit more space. Finish your exhale. Push into your feet, stand all the way back up. Bring your feet wider than your hips. Now, you can abandon ship at any time if you think that I'm a little bit crazy, you might be right, and you're just going to sit down because that's where we're going. You just might be a little bit fancy about coming down through a squat. You can also make the Charlie's Angels bubble gun. It will help you just lengthen your spine. Oh, my toes. Okay. And then just get right back. The entrance is really cute. Most of us just follow. It's not tempting. Take your left leg out in front of you. And then ask yourself honestly, am I a forward folding person? Can I easily put my nose on my shin? And the answer is no. Congratulations, you're honest and you're human because you gradually push. Now get up on that. Try to keep this leg straight. Try to lean forward over that line. You might grab two cushions. You might leave your hands behind you. Stay a little bit longer. If you are one of those people who are like, yay, my nose and my shin, go for it. You don't need to be there to get a stretch. You're here to have a stretch, not to look a certain way. Breathing in. Breathing out. Start to lift up. You're going to turn towards your bent knee. Slide your left fingertips out close to your left foot. Take your right arm. Open it out. And don't just let the arm fall behind you. Open from the heart out to your fingertips. Keep the heart open. Reach those right fingertips up and over your head. If you can grab your toe, you probably had to do this to grab your toe. Keep your heart open, you can grab your toe, otherwise that toe does not need your assistance. Reach your ears out towards your toe now. Take a breath in. Stay there, breathe out. And then go ahead and lift up. This next shape we're going to do stargazer. It looks much fancier than it is. If your knee is really wonky, then just stay here and reach your heart up to your fingertips. What you're going to do is you're going to roll over, push into the back hand. You're going to get on your shin, and then open your hips. Oh, that's breathing in. Go ahead and roll your hips like down. You're going to switch sides. Just take your leg out. Just push your walk. Draw my body forward towards my body. Some of us are forward folders, some of us are not. Always some poses different for me, and some of you have to work forward. I forward fold like nobody's business. My friend can spring up in your handstands, but her forward fold is right here. It's just how we're doing. Being good at yoga doesn't mean you can touch your nose to your toes. Being good at yoga means that you're accepting of how hard your toes is. You are grateful that you have toes. Take breath in. Take breath out. Draw the belly in, lift yourself back up. Turn over towards your bent leg. Slide the right fingertips close to the right foot. Open from the heart up through your left fingertips. Reach the ears up off the shoulders. Start with that long spine. Keep the spine long as you reach the arm up and over. You got that separation of the shoulder blade from your spine. You might have a closeness to your toes. You might be really close and not quite there. It doesn't matter. Just keep it strong. And we mentioned it because I know a lot of people will go here. And we'll just keep the side steps. We want to get Finish your exhale. Lift up. Your spine's really long. You've got lots of room to open up and stargaze. Roll over out of your shin. Open your hips. Stretch it back. Deep breath in. Then go ahead and lower your hips down. So you're pushing off to the side. Take your hands up. Take your fingertips back. Take your thumbs in front of your fingers, and like your thumbs are a gate, you want to burst the gate open many, 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 many times. So it's more than just flicking water off. You can do that too. You really have to burst away from the thumb. A lot more forearm strength work stuff. And you can go a little bit faster. Take your fingers interlace them. And then switch. 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 See how fast you can go. And then notice if you're still breathing. Take a really smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. Best down dog of your practice thus far. Probably when you try to arms, open upper back, long spine, open up the back of your legs. Let's go for it, friends. See what happens. Plant your hands, I would say about a doorway distance apart. Back down there, hips up, I'm going to walk your feet a couple of times, touching the outside of your shoulders down towards your fingertips. Let your head hang down. I promise it won't fall off. Relax your neck. Tailbone up and away from your head. Head hangs down away from your tailbone. Hips up and away from the ribs. Heels drop down away from the hips. Spread out through the fingertips. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Lower your knees. Untuck your toes this time. Sit your hips back, find child's pose. If it's uncomfortable to have your hips all the way back in your heels, you'll just place maybe push it back there. Or leave your hips up higher. Drop your forehead onto your mat. So once you're down there, forehead onto your mat. Give your forehead a massage, move your head side to side. All the good work you can do. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Once more like that. Let's lift yourself up. Let it down. Arch your hips down onto our mat. You're going to take your hands and make fists. And these fists, you're going to lay on your back and you're going to put the thumbs down on the ground. The pinky fingers are up at those little lovely spots in the back of your head. And you might have to drop the chin into your chest a little bit more. And then intentionally push your head back onto your feet. A little bit of a stimulating massage to the occipital ridge right here. My pinky fingers like this, we're going to press to that. If you've got a block, you can rest your head on a block. Hear that called neck squishies, do that as well. If your shoulders are tight, point your elbows up. over so you're on your hands and knees again. Just spread the heel. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to get that head down onto the mat, so you can use a cushion. Just slide one arm underneath, and then look over towards those fingertips. And of course, just hug your head. There's lots of things you can do with the other arm. You can place the palms together. You can walk that free arm up and over. Steady the hand far away from the hips over the head. Sometimes people like to grab that hand behind the back. If any of those things were a terrible idea, don't do that. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Bring that other hand back underneath your shoulder. You're going to untwine the arm. And then find the other side. Slide it up. You're going to look over towards that hand. So you're resting down on the head. The other arm goes up and over your head. Behind your back. Palms on top of each other. Make something up. Make sure your body is good with that choice. Breath in, big breath out. So hand comes underneath the shoulder, bottom arm unwinds. A little bit of cat cow here. Inhaling, opening up the heart, exhale, wrap the back. You can do side to side movement or circular pattern with something. Find space for spine. Back down onto the back. And bring the knees to the chest. Give yourself a little hug over the left side to side. Open your arms out like a T or a cactus shape. Let your knees fall over towards your right. It's a really tight twist to have the knees close to the body. You need to move the knees further away from you, but you feel a little bit more relaxed. Look up or over towards your left hand. And every time you breathe out, let your belly get softer. Let yourself settle into this twist. One more exhale. Bring the legs back up, and then over towards the other side. Looking up or looking over towards your right fingertips. Every exhale, let the belly relax, let the body soften. One more breath out. Back to the center. Rock a little bit side to side. Either roll over to one side or rock yourself right up to a seat. My offering for you for Shavasana for your final rest today is going to be to come to legs up against the wall or legs maybe resting up on a chair or bed. So you just kind of like scoot your hips up nice and close. I find up the wall to be maybe a little bit more intense. If you've got tight hammies still, this might not still be a good place. If you want to bring your hips in as close as you can, then that might be good. It can be less intense to have the feet up on the bed, just having your body kind of inverted. If you get here and you're here for a while and all of a sudden you're feeling like tickling your toes or you're just generally not okay with this anymore, just come to a pose that is restful. So that might be just putting your feet flat down the wall, or maybe you just come down to lay, knees bent, feet on the floor, or legs extended. Our more traditional Shavasana or corpse pose. You, of course, are free to move as you need. I'm going to be here for a couple of minutes. Just kind of soaking up the yob and whatever else happens. Taking this opportunity to settle into your breath. Maybe the mind wanders, maybe you're very steady and soft. Rest well. Just a little while longer. To be human is to be a miracle of evolution, conscious of its own miraculousness. A consciousness beautiful and bittersweet, for we have paid for it with a parallel awareness, not only of our fundamental improbability, but of our staggering fragility, of how physiologically precarious our survival is, and how psychologically vulnerable our sanity. To make that awareness bearable, we have evolved a singular faculty that might just be the crowning miracle of our consciousness. Hope. Hope. And the wise, effective action that can spring from it is the counterweight to the heavy sense of our own fragility. It is a continual negotiation between optimism and despair, a continual negation of cynicism and naivety. We hope precisely because we are aware that terrible outcomes are always possible and often probable, but that the choices we make can impact the outcomes. Start to breathe a little bit more deeply, coming back into your body. Making some small movements that might help to wake you up. You've got your legs up on anything, start to slide them down the wall or draw the knees closer towards your chest. Take your time, rolling over to one side. Offer yourself a moment of gratitude for the opportunity that we can practice together, that we can share across all of these different spaces that we're in, countries, etc. Yay for technology. I'm gonna unmute everyone as we come up to share one home together. Hands together in heart. Home is said to be the sound that the universe makes, the sound of connections. It feels good to let your voice be heard. Take a deep breath in for all. Bowing to the love and the light and the darkness that resides within each of us. Gathering friends.
Yeah.
Good job, Banks. You did so good.
Let me know if you have thoughts. I think I learned a little bit more about work today. Feel free to shoot me a message, email, whatever. Share with your friends. I know a lot of folks aren't able to make this time. So if you have a time that would work well for you in like in addition, like might be like 2 weeks overall, like so let me know, and if you know anybody who can't quite make it now, then say what does work, because we might be able to figure out more gatherings.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, April.
Thank you.
Please let me know if you have questions about anything. Reach out, message, email, all of that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and process this and get it posted as soon as possible. I'll give a link to the playlist. Oh, thanks.
Thank you.